Let's begin with the card. And since it's a 3 by 3 note card, obviously it would measure uh, 6 by 3 inches. And scoring would be at 3. I would be using the second large to open a window on this card, because than keeping it simple, I just wanted a little something. So here it is. I'll just round the corners. That's the base of your card. I would be covering it up with this. Again, this is a scrap, slightly thicker cardboard. Use my scraps. As a crafter, I believe in keeping our wastage minimal. We ought to be using up the most we can. You could either run this again, die cutter, or you could just fussy cut it. I chose to fussy. Paste it on the outside, as you see, or on the inside, whatever you choose best for your project. So it's done, and here's your card. Now the next thing that it needs is a sentiment on the inside as well as the outside. This is for the inside. Let's adhere it down. In order to pop it up like a banner, just roll it. Then I want it rolled the opposite on either side. Let's stamp the sentiment on the inside as well. Okay. There goes your card. A coordinating envelope for the same. And for that, the paper for the envelope would be 6.5 by 4/4, which you would need to score at 1/2 inch on either side of the short side. First 1/2 inch. Turn the paper. And then turn it on the longer side. You would need to score this at 2 inch. Five 1/8 would be here. So I'll just, since it does not have the groove, I'll just measure it and then take it down a little. Just eyeball it, cut off the extras. This is the shorter side is your flap. And here you have the simplest way to get an envelope for a 3 by 3 note card without the punch board. Could either keep it plain on the inside, or you could also leave the pattern on the inside and then just burnish it the other way around. You could just leave it plain on the outside and with the pattern on the inside. Let's just do the corners. I always like to insert my card from the opposite side. I'd like to still keep the surprise as is. Now next step would be to ready up the box. 6/4 by 6/4, that would be the size of your paper, and then you would need to score it at 3/4 on all four sides. Here's my 6/4 by 6/4 paper, 3/4 of an inch on all four sides. And 1.5. Now that it's scored, you would need to get rid of these 3 squares on all four sides. Just eyeball it and chop it off. Now that it's trimmed for your required box on all four sides, you just need to burnish it down and adhere it. Always glue your flaps first. That would guide you further. These flaps would give further more sturdiness to your box. You may insert any number of cards. I was making a set of 3 cards in each box. Now all it needs is a lid. Morning. And to make that lid, we would need a few pieces of chipboard and a pattern paper to cover the pieces. Here I'm using a double-sided DP. For chipboard, I'd like to use this. It's a carton that I saved from tea. So here are my 4 pieces of chipboards that I would need. These are for the lid and this is for the inner surface of the lid. I'm going to be adhering these 2 pieces together, make that protrusion that goes into the box. The chipboard dimensions are for the lids. It's 3 by 4 by 3 by 4, and these 2 pieces for the protrusion, this is 3 1 by 8 by 3 1 by 8, and likewise the DPs that you would require would be, you just need to measure it. Going by this, it is 4 3 by 4 by 4 3 by 4 both. And for this, since this is a protrusion inside, this can be used for that rough piece that I would need to cover these chipboards. I'd like to keep this above. Just eyeball and make your cuts now, just next to the score that you find here. Now this would go on to either of this piece. Let's adhere it here. Just eyeball it and paste it down at the center. So the dimensions on a little haywire, and it's kind of difficult to push that inside. So what I could do here is paste this beneath, and then a single layer, you could give this a double layer hold, which would obviously make it sturdy enough. I would get another piece that goes in for this. Now all that is left is to decorate this box, and I did not want to just embellish the lid. I thought instead I would make a band. I have a piece of this cardstock, border punched it, and I thought I would use this for the band. It does not close, no issues. I could still use it. Here I have a few things that I have put together. It's all the scraps. This, of course, while making this box, and this was from my stash. Made a bow out of it. This is a cute tag. Thought would use it. And happy blessings. So let's try and put this together. I think I'll use a brad. This is a little too thick. I think I'm just going to adhere this. I forgot. I have a box, and I quite like this band too. Hope you're inspired. Hope I get into working on something else very soon. See you soon. Take care. Bye.